Happy Sunday, guys. I hope all is having a blessed and perfect Sunday. I pray that you all are just in a nice, warm, cozy home right now. I came on because I actually wasn't feeling so great and I wound up having an eye infection. So that's the reason why I'm really not in the camera. But I did cook this Sunday and I made some garlic mash. I made some chicken fingers. That's just chicken breast, guys. And then I made some black beans, which I do love. And I always tell you guys that I'm going to show you what I made them out of. Oh, here's the lighting. Okay, so that's even better. I'm sorry, I had the light off the first time. So there you go. My black beans, my chicken. You see that? There we go. And I use this for cilantro. Excuse my nails. I do use cilantro. That gives it a nice taste. And then I do use minced garlic. Okay? That's just something that I use in my beans just to give it a nice taste. I didn't want to make two starches. So I did have corn, but I didn't want another starch, so we're just gonna have to kind of work with what we have here. And then a friend of mine who I did promise a plate, he gets off of work and he's just really a good friend of mine, so I always like make him a plate for him to have for his dinner, and he'll take it home or he'll take it to work the next day. So that's why I made plenty of it. I made some more chicken, and then this is the mashed potatoes, and those are the beans. Everything is really hot because I just finished cooking and it's what, 4:55. So I did pretty good, really good on that. And today I'm just gonna really kind of take my time and relax because I did put medicine in my eyes and I had forgotten I was supposed to make a video. And I said, oh my God, I have to relate to my channel. I have to stay in tune with you guys. So this is the reason why I decided to say, let me just come on really quick this Sunday. And as you guys know, this is my little small 1-bedroom apartment. I'm living here in New York, uptown. This is the living room. I just went with my gut feeling and I just make my place as comfortable as possible, you know, things that was given to me. This is from Africa. Actually, this bag came from Ghana and it's such a beautiful bag. And this is just really here for like extra wine glasses and you know, things like that. I purchased this at Raymore and Flanagan, but I no longer really like it, but it's okay. I'm gonna deal with it now, especially when you're living on a fixed income. So you go with what you have, you know. Also, I have a really nice, I purchased this rug about a year ago. Yeah, it's been a year ago now. So it's just to give the decor like color to blend in with my leather sofas. I had these sofas for a very long time. They're very Italian made leather sofas. They're really made really well. I had them well over about what, 15 years, 10 years, 15 years I had these sofas. So I did really well because I do not have a lot of people in my home. I was always working. When I do have loved ones over, they care for the household as well. So I do not have a lot of people in my home because I like to be, I'm very private as you, I'm just opening up now. So here, welcome here. This is True's comfy space. Okay, this is just me and my creation of where I feel my most comfortable in my home, you know. So I just have a little space here. This is the armoire that was purchased for me years ago. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. There's a television inside, you know, which I don't even use. Also, these are like really old movies. I always used to watch African movies a lot, and CDs. Remember those? Well, I'm 54, so yes, I have every CD that was practically out. Again, you know, this is just a little small space, and I did the best that I could to make it comfortable. This artwork is so beautiful. I purchased it years ago at the same place that I purchased my leather sofas, which it was called a store called Siemens back in the days. And I saw this by Michelangelo, and I said it's called The Creation of Adam, and it's absolutely really pretty, and it has such a powerful meaning. And it really means when the one man helping the other, which that's what I believe in. When one is weak, the other is strong. So that's how I look at things. You know, this is how we help each other. We lift each other up in life. And that's just the energy that I want to have in my home, and the energy that I want surrounding me. So I am really big on energy. I'm really big on forgiveness. You know, I don't want to be around someone who has hurt me after they have stooped to a certain level. I don't choose to interact with them, but I do forgive. I'm sorry if you hear any music behind because these guys downstairs blast the music like it's a party on a Sunday. And so sometimes I kind of hear music all night long until I get to the point where I have to get the broom. So, and that's when I have to bang on the floor and say, hey, come on, it's Sunday. I deserve a break. How about giving me that, you know? But again, this is just my little space. A lot of you ladies or whomever comes on my video, you gents, the gents that comes on, because I also know there's a few guys that come on, and I'm so grateful to you guys from, you know, viewing and coming in and staying a part of my Tru'Crew, and just bearing with me through this whole process and this whole journey of learning YouTube. And I'm going to get all the equipment, which is the Osmo. I need a tripod, and I need to have the ring light. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just really learning. And I watch other YouTubers and I say, okay, so I'm not by myself when I'm trying to learn, you know, how to go about doing this, or how long a video should be, and what I should say and what I should talk about. And I'm like, I'm just all over the place at times because I really didn't know where to start. But the best way to start is to start with your truth. Start with your honesty. Start with comfort. Start with just being able to connect, and with the realness of who you are and what you want to accomplish on this journey of allowing people in. So if I'm going to allow people in my home, I want to tell you about it. I want to tell you the things that I experienced here throughout the years that I have lived here. And I'm sorry if the lighting is not all that great. I do not know how to adjust lighting properly. So I hope it's not looking cloudy, because according to the camera, that's how it kind of looks. So I'm trying to give like a great visual or better. And I know some lighting makes the video not look so great. So we'll see how this is all gonna be. You know, I'm sorry if it's a little crooked. Again, I do not have that focusing thing where it can stay exactly the way I would love it to be. But I wanted to show you guys. And if you guys are interested in anything I always shop in Marshall's or Pottery Barn or Castillery. You know, the sofas are older, so I bought those in Siemens for years. I just care for my things really well. This chair was from Castillery. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them, but they do have very nice furniture. It's a little pricey, but I really needed a high chair because of my back. I have a really horrible back injury, and I do suffer with herniated disc in my back, so it does sit high. It's called the Madison chair. So it's up to you guys if you wanna. I just wanted to give you guys a close-up. And you can do this if you would like, you know, for an extra extension on your head, but I really don't do that because I do use products in my hair and I don't want to ruin it. And I really don't like people to sit in this chair because it's really for me and the comfort that I do need. Here you see I put these I found these on sale last year, and I just brought them out because now it's like the Thanksgiving season, and you know, I love Tamron Hall, and it was really just a nice little article that I picked up inside my doctor's office. And this here, guys, this is, I don't want to show myself because I am not dressed. So we're going to do this, and this is just a little bar, you know. It's really cute. It's really nice. I purchased those things for my family members when they come over. Well, my brothers, but when they do come over, their favorite drinks are there. I don't like tequila. So, anyway, there you go. I had this up from last year. I just never took it down because I didn't find a really nice photo. So I felt like, you know what, you can leave it up all year round, and that's exactly what I did. So it gave farmhouse vibes, and I went with it. This was a nice clock. It actually works, but since one of the handles fell off, I was supposed to get it fixed, and then the guy closed his shop during the pandemic, so I just left it alone. And occasionally I'll put a battery in the two middle ones, the two on this side, but I just been leaving it alone because it's more of an artwork thing than anything, so I just went with that. This is just a nice little vase that I purchased when I was in I think Marshall, and that was about 10 years ago. So it was about $25 10 years ago, and I thought it was really beautiful, so I went with that. These are just Louis Vuitton books, like when you make purchases. Years ago they would do that. Now I don't think they give out any of the catalogs or anything, but these are just catalogs that, well, from Louis, that I had gotten over the years. And then this is my radiator. It's not even hot. And see, this is another thing that I'm speaking about these buildings, living in these tenement buildings, because there's no heat, and there's no way that should be happening right now because it's cold, you know. We're in November the 16th, and how is it that I do not have heat? I mean, thank God. What they do is they'll put the heat on and then they'll turn it off. And it's not even long enough to warm the whole apartment. But I do have a heater that my mom was so kind to purchase me, which I keep in my bedroom. And I will put the heater in the center of the room. So no matter how much you try to take care of these apartments in New York, sometimes you still get crappy building managers or crappy landlords, because you know, what they don't understand is that we take good care of our apartments. For the most part, you have people who do not have much, but they feel like what I do have, I want to take care of, you know? And that's my mindset. What I have, I would like to take care of. But I do not want to continuously have to pay high rent or pay for these things that is a part of the rent agreement. So most recently I had to call. Let me show you guys. Most recently I had to call and they came out to my home. I'm not going to show you my complaint number, but they did come out to my home, and that's the inspector. And then they told me to call the navigator because having, you know, no heat or hot water, which is mandatory, you know, this is not something that we should have to continue to deal with. And I feel like when you're a good tenant, you pay your rent on time. You just want to live in peace. You know, you're not here to make trouble. You just want to come home to somewhere comfortable after being in the hospital all day or going through work or whatever you do in life. You deserve where you pay to be comfortable. But to make someone's property decent, and when in the bank, when they come here, you know what this building does? They pick out the best apartments, and then they'll have the guys and they'll say, oh, do you mind? We're just doing a little inspection. Well, meanwhile, this is something that they did to me. Unfortunately, I didn't find out until later. That they used my apartment as the example to help them to make that agreement or sell the building, which was something that sucked because the building needed repairs the day that the guy came in, and I had no idea when they said inspection because this was my new apartment. Prior to this, I lived in a house, which is a private house, so there was a whole different setup. But me living now here in a building, now I'm like, okay, well, I did make a complaint most recently, so maybe the inspectors are here. So the dirty tricks that they played was because my home was nice and clean, they used me. And he said, oh, well, we're going to talk about the complaints after. Don't worry, we're going to take a whole listing of that. This is what the super has said because the super accompanied the guys in. And meanwhile, they were there and he says, oh, well, very nice, very nice. And he's looking at the floors, which I paid for. And he's saying very nice, very nice. And I guess they closed the deal. Meanwhile, a year or two later, there's a leak from my ceiling. I'm having issues. We had to go to court. There was no heat and hot water. But these are the little sneaky tricks that they do, and they'll comply for a little while with certain things, and then shortly after, they're back to the same old game. So we'll be getting more into that as I video more and when I'm feeling better and I'm not under the weather, you know. And again, I'm not feeling so great, and I do have an eye infection, and my eyes are starting to bother me really, really bad. But I wanted to come on and say happy Sunday, happy holiday. I know I may not get the opportunity to video. I may, video during Thanksgiving, but again, that's time spent with family, and I don't know if I'll make a short, but I don't know if I necessarily want to invade that personal time or just, expose that time. I have to get my family's permission to do that because, again, it's good to make videos of happiness, but at the same time, I do want to always respect the privacy of loved ones, So, again, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to eat. I made my black beans, my garlic mashed potatoes, my chicken tenders. I'm going to have some coconut water. I did take a little barbecue with hot sauce and I put that together, and I'm going to enjoy my rest of my Sunday, as well as I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your week and know that I may not be feeling good now, but I will be back and I will eventually get everything together. So please watch my videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Take time to hit your post notification button so that way you know when I post. And just have a blessed rest of your week and have a great holiday coming, okay? Great holiday spirit ahead. Even if you're just home and you feel like cooking and you don't want to do too much, just say your prayer and just know that you are blessed, okay? Know that you are blessed no matter what it looks like. God always hears you. And don't give up. Always walk in faith, because if I can do it, you can too. And if I'm taking the time out, guys, to come on, even though I don't feel good, to create a video just to say that I am not going anywhere, and I'm sorry I haven't been, posting or anything, but again, I haven't been myself. And when you have eye infection in both eyes, it's not a good feeling. So again, I am from my home to yours. I want to say happy holidays. Have a blessed rest of your week. And take care of your family. Take care of your loved ones. Keep God first, okay? And just know that everything is going to be in God's time. And just don't give up, okay? Have a blessed week. Take care. Like, share, and subscribe. My Tru'Crew, thank you for holding on. Thank you for staying in there. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys watch this video to the end so I can be able to afford to buy my equipment. So don't forget, guys, take care and have a blessed one. Bye.